Hey guys, this is Joe Snell. Lebanon and Israel begin talks over their disputed sea border. Iran-backed militias agree to suspend attacks on U.S. interests, and Saudi Arabia fails in a bid to join the UN Human Rights Council. Let's catch you up on these headlines from around the Middle East. We begin in Lebanon, where the country has begun talks with Israel to settle their long-disputed border in the Mediterranean Sea. U.S. officials mediated the talks because the countries are technically still at war. But both Jerusalem and Beirut insist the talks are not signs of normalized ties. The maritime border holds potentially lucrative natural gas fields, something that Lebanon's wrecked economy is in dire need. Moving on to Iraq, where Iran-backed militias have agreed to suspend attacks on U.S. interests on the condition that there's a timetable for U.S. troop withdrawal. Last month, Washington threatened to remove its embassy in Baghdad if the Iraqi government didn't rein in these attacks. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo cited progress by Iraqi security forces and said the U.S. was pleased with its increased protection of its diplomatic mission. Finally, in Saudi Arabia, the country has failed to join the 47-member UN Human Rights Council. The kingdom last joined the council in 2016 and served a 3-year term. But on Tuesday's vote, Riyadh received only 90 approvals. That's a 40% drop from the last election cycle. The kingdom has been criticized for its human rights violations and brutal religious persecution. Now hang on, before you go, here's a list of a few events coming up in the week ahead. On Sunday, an Israeli delegation accompanied by US officials will visit Bahrain. This follows their normalization agreement that was signed in Washington last month. On Monday, Libya's rival parties will meet in Geneva for UN-led talks to de-escalate their conflict. And on Wednesday, Egyptians abroad will vote in their parliamentary election. And that's your Middle East news for this week, and some for next week. For more reading on the region, make sure to visit our website at www.al-monitor.com. Till next week, stay safe everyone. I'm Joe Snell.